समन्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य ईश्वरं Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for joining us today. And today you have to bear with me, and hopefully we will do some justice to the topic, to the subject, and to the greatness of today. Actually, today is a very very special day from our Vaishnava calendar. You might have seen, heard, observed. It's a great day. It's a blessed day actually of Gopashtami, and obviously Bhishma Panchak is coming very soon as well, and it is the disappearance day of our great Acharya in the Vaishnava line, Srinivas Acharya as well. So we'll try and see, all these three topics. We'll touch upon three topics and see what we can actually gain spiritual benefit of these three, how we can observe what are the importance of these three things. So we'll begin with the Gopashtami, and you might have just heard the song. Basically, Srinivas Acharya has written this song, Shad Goswami Ashtaka, such a sweet song, and it actually gives us the idea of the importance of all the six Goswamis in our life, how nicely they have contributed so much in Krishna consciousness in terms of their writings, the books, and then Srinivas Acharya actually took all the books from Vrindavan to West Bengal, and from there the whole world actually got benefited of all the books. So we are quite, very very fortunate and very indebted to the contribution of Sri Srinivas Acharya. But as you know, Gopashtami is the first thing, so we'll start with Gopashtami, then we'll carry on from there. I'll share my screen actually, and this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll take one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and then we'll talk the importance and the observance of Gopashtami. Okay, this is Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 15th chapter and first verse. Om Namo Srimad Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Shuka Uvacha ततश्च पौगण्डवयश्रितो व्रजे बभूवतुस्तो पशुपालसम्मतो गाश्चारयन्तो सखिभिः समं पदे वृन्दावनं पुण्यमतीव चक्रतुः. Translation and purport given by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sukadeva Goswami said, when Lord Ram and Lord Krishna attained the age of Pauganda 6 to 10 while living in Vrindavan, the cowherd men allowed them to take up the task of tending the cows. Engaging thus in the company of their friends, the two boys rendered the land of Vrindavan most auspicious by imprinting upon it the marks of their lotus feet. Purport: Lord Krishna wanted to encourage his cowherd boyfriends who had been swallowed by Aghasura and then stolen by Lord Brahma. Therefore, the Lord decided to bring them into the palm tree forest called Talavan, where there were many delicious ripened fruits. Since Lord Krishna's spiritual body had apparently grown slightly in age and strength, the senior men of Vrindavan, headed by Nanda Maharaj, decided to promote Krishna from the task of herding cows to the status of a regular cowherd boy. He would now take care of the full grown cows, bulls, and oxen. Out of great affection, Nanda Maharaj had previously considered Krishna too small and immature to take care of full grown cows and bulls. It is stated in the Kartik Mahatmya section of the Padma Puran also. So here is the Ashtami kind of thing comes. Shuklashtami Kartiketu Smrita Gopashtami Budhai Tadvinad Vasudevo Bhut Gopaha Purvam tu Vatsapaha. The eighth lunar day of the bright fortnight of the month of Kartik is known by authorities as Gopashtami. From that day, Lord Vasudev served as cowherd, whereas previously he had tended the cows. The word Padai indicates that Lord Krishna blessed the earth by walking on her surface with his lotus feet. The Lord wore no shoes or other footgear but walked barefoot in the forest, giving great anxiety to the girls of Vrindavan who feared that his soft lotus feet would be injured. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, I mean, when you talk about the great pastime of Gopashtami, it is so amazing. It's so heart touching. It's so very attractive actually. When we talk about Krishna in any way, I mean, it's all attractive, but especially this Gopashtami pastime is very, very attractive. Actually, if you see Krishna before this age, I mean, in the Poganda age is basically 6 to 10. And before this age, Krishna was taking only the cows, the the children of mother cows. So it was like a small affair. So it was not a great deal actually. And he was doing it very easily and very, in a not a very big effort way. But when Krishna was like obviously growing up and he became Poganda, he became in the age category of 6 to 10, then there was a discussion going on that whether Krishna can start grazing the cows, when can, Krishna can become a official Gopalak from Vatsapalak. He was before a Vatsapalak, the cows, care. But now this age can be a Gopalak, or official Gopalak actually, who can take care of the cows and take them to the forest for grazing. Now there are a lot of arguments, then there are a lot of, obviously if and buts, and then whether we should allow him or not. Lot of things were going on, and Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj, they were not very sure, they were a bit reluctant, they were very, basically very protective of Krishna, that Krishna should not be exposed to this, forest. There are so many things going on in the forest, and Krishna is so small right now, and if Krishna goes out, it will be really risky for Krishna. How can we just allow Krishna just like that? And Mother Yashoda was trying to keep, keep Krishna in her lap most of the time, and everyone was like kind of, sometimes making fun of Krishna also, that Krishna, when will you grow actually, man, when will you come out to actually, graze the cows? A lot of people were making a lot of different excuses to make fun of Krishna, and even even Balramji also was trying to make fun as well. And Balramji was saying that, I mean, because obviously Krishna's age and his tenderness and so many things are there. But there is one more factor, that Krishna is not the real son of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Now, this is too much, okay? I mean, all those things can be acceptable, but when someone says that Krishna is not the real son of Mother Yashoda, how can Krishna take that? This is actually going beyond the limits. This is like crossing all the boundaries. And then Krishna says, how can you think like that? No, you see, there is a logic. If you see the logic, Mother Yashoda is fair, Nanda Maharaj is fair. How can you become black? I mean, because Krishna's skin color is like a dark rain cloud and he's like a Sham Sundar. He's not in very, fair in complexion. So Balaramji was making, and so many others were saying, actually, it makes a point here. It's a logical argument as a great point. Then Krishna said, I mean, this is too much. And then he went to Mother Yashoda and he said that, look, Balaramji is saying like this. How can he think like that? And then Mother Yashoda said, no way. I mean, no, obviously, this is not true. You are our own son. And so many people were saying that, okay, one day Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they were walking and they found Krishna on the way. And somebody was saying that maybe Krishna was being bought actually, they paid some, grains or some kind of other food stuff, and they bought Krishna. That's how Krishna came in their home. So hence obviously Krishna is not getting a chance to go out and tend the cows. But this was like going above all the points, it was going beyond the limit. Then Krishna said, I mean, this is not acceptable. This is not right, actually. My age has become, obviously of a Gopalak. Now I should be able to go. And then slowly, he kind of convinced everyone, all his friends, and they all came. Obviously, there are a lot of different type of friends Krishna has got. Of course, when you talk Krishna's friendships, there are Suhrad Mitras. There are those who are well wishing friends of Krishna. Then there are Sadharan Mitras, the ordinary friends. Then there are very confidential, the Priya Sakhas are also there, like Sridam, Sudam, Vasudam, Kinkini, Bhadrasena, Amu, Stoka, Krishna, and all. And then there are very intimate friends of Krishna as well, like Priya, Narma, Sakha. Basically Subal, Arjun, Gandharva, Vasanta, Ujjvala, Kokila, Sanandana, Vidagdha, and so many of them were there. So Krishna kind of, one set or maybe more than one set, he kind of convinced them. So they were basically accepted that a fact that Krishna can come out and he can graze the cows. Now, Mother Yashoda has kind of accepted. As soon as Mother Yashoda accepted the proposal, Nanda Maharaj also accepted the proposal. Here, Krishna's Shakti started working. And, obviously, their family priest who used to see the Muhurta, what is the best time to go out and do all those things. So, Krishna straight away brought him, with his, yogic, basically, Yogamaya. And he straight away came in, and Mother Yashoda thought, how's that possible? We were just talking about Krishna going out and make a mark to go out and tender the cows, as graze the cows, and all of a sudden you appear here. But anyway, what did you make come here? Then he said, I was just passing by from here. I thought maybe I'll just pay a visit and thought checking with all of you, how are you all doing? Then she said, yeah, yeah, we are all fine. But can you actually help us with something? Because we wanted to get an auspicious day when Krishna can go out and start grazing the cows. I think the age has come. Then he said, yeah, yeah, why not? So he just looked at it and he said, Kartik, in the Shukla Paksh Kartik, Ashtami is the perfect day. And that is actually today, is the Gopashtami. Then Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj agreed. Everyone else, the family friends, they all agreed. Now is a great festival is about to come. And that fest, obviously, I mean, in Vrindavan, every day is a festival. It's, when Krishna's put a first step is a festival. When Krishna eats a first grain is a festival. Krishna does something. Kills this asura is a festival. Krishna plays first flute or whatever Krishna does. Everything is a festival. But this is being a bigger festival compared to all other ordinary days. Now, obviously, Nanda Maharaj had many cows. Okay, 900,000 cows. No lakh gaye Nanda Maharaj ke wahan pe hai. So 900,000 cows are there, and they were very nicely kind of segregated in different groups and subgroups, and further on. And Krishna has a very special connection with each and every cow. And how he calls is basically just he plays a flute, he plays a tune in the flute, and the particular cow knows that Krishna is actually calling me only. Okay. And that cow knows, and then obviously that cow comes. Now, how that festival was amazingly prepared is all the cows came. They decorated all the cows with such an amazing way. So many wonderful clothing, the fabrics, the ornaments, the anklets, and all the nice tilaks, and all different kind of, the markings on their body also. And they decorated Krishna as well, obviously. Krishna is the main, personality there. He's the talk of the town of that particular day, is anyway the talk of the town. So everyone actually decorated Krishna so nicely. The cows are very nicely, got ready. Everyone else is so excited. What's going to happen today? It's such an amazing day. We were really looking forward to see this day when Krishna comes out with the cows. And of course, when the cows saw, that Krishna is coming, then they also felt very affectionate that Krishna is so caring, Krishna is so loving. Because of us, Krishna has basically taken this form as a Gopalak, and he's coming just to, give his blessings to all of us because he loves us so much. But on top of that, the Bhumi Devi was also very happy on that day, because Bhumi Devi's petition, the first ever petition, was from Bhumi Devi for Krishna's appearance. Because when Kamsa was basically, doing all sort of nonsense and all sort of, wrong things, and he was, harassing everyone, then Bhumi Devi went to Brahmaji, and then, Brahmaji went to Lord Vishnu, and that's where they did a petition. So then whole thing was happening, and Bhumi Devi was looking forward for this day, that Krishna will put on, his foot on me. The lotus feet of Krishna is coming on me today. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. It is such a day which I was waiting forever actually. I've been waiting for all these years. So that day has come actually, and Krishna, as we have seen in the purport and in the translation as well, that Krishna did not wear any footgear, did not wear any chappal, shoes or anything. Krishna is walking barefoot. You know why? Because the cows are also walking barefoot. When they offered Krishna that, Krishna, you should wear a sandal, then Krishna said, how can I wear the sandal? My most dear cows are not wearing anything. How can I wear? I'm not going to wear anything because I love them. What they do, I do the same, because we both are going together, isn't it? It's not that they are going separately and I'm going separately. We are going together. So whatever treatment they are getting, I will also get the same treatment. So nothing special for me. Okay, Maya? So don't worry about my sandal, my chappal, my shoes, anything. I'm going to go barefoot. As soon as the cows got to know that Krishna is coming barefoot, now they became more worried about Krishna, because there are so many stones on the way, so many, basically different elements, some thorns and some other bushes. So many things are on the way. Krishna's very soft lotus feet should not get hurt. So we should do something. We should make Vrindavan's land such a soft, very cozy, and so smooth for Krishna, so that Krishna's lotus feet does not get any hurt. So now the scene has, okay, just imagine the scene is fully ready. Everybody is there. The cows are there. Krishna is there. All the friends are there. Maya Yashoda is there. Nanda Maharaj is there. The whole family is there. And then Krishna started walking. Obviously, they made a mark. They wonderfully, inaugurated the whole thing. Did a wonderful, singing and all the kirtan and everything. Then they started walking. Now Krishna is walking. Now alongside Krishna, everybody else is walking. Maya Yashoda is walking. Nanda Maharaj is walking. Everybody else is walking. Now Krishna is just turned around and said, Maya Yashoda, why are you coming with me? Maya Yashoda said, oh yeah, okay, fine. I mean, okay, fine. I don't need to go then. Then you carry on. Krishna's the whole point is, I became a Gopal today, so I should go alone. Not that you all come with me. Then what's the point? I'm not being a Gopal. You are the Gopal. You are taking care of me. Let me just go myself independently. Okay. Don't worry. I'll take care of the cows. This is my responsibility now. She said, yeah, don't worry. Obviously, I know this is your responsibility and you know it properly. You'll do it properly. So there is nothing to worry. But then she said, oh, Krishna, just wait a moment. Krishna said, now what? No, no, your turban, it's not looking very proper. So let me just fix it properly. Okay, do it. Then she did it. Oh, this necklace. Oh, this. Oh, your this thing is not properly, tied. So let me do this. Maya Yashoda was just finding excuses. Krishna not letting him go actually. And Krishna's, my God, this is too much. Let me just go for God's sake. Then Maya Yashoda said, fine, fine. Okay, okay, you go now. Then she said, oh, one moment. Then Krishna again turned. What now? What? No, no, I was not calling you. I was calling Balaram. Balaram, Sudama, and all those other friends. You just take care of Krishna, okay? Now this is your duty. You be on Krishna's right hand side. You be Krishna's on left hand side. You be on this side, that side. You have a stick with you, and you do all the things properly. Okay, this is your responsibility. You have to take care of Krishna. Then one of Krishna's friends said, he took his stick out. Maya Yashoda, I am with Krishna, and Krishna is my responsibility now. I will take care of him. Now you go home, please. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Now I'm going home. Finally, ultimately, I'm going home now. You all can carry on. And from there, everybody started walking. What a great scene it was. The affair of Krishna and cows' love, you can see today. How much cows love Krishna, how much Krishna loves the cows. That's why, if you see in Krishna's, when we I mean, when we do offering to Krishna, we always say that, Namo Brahmani Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya cha. Krishna, always take care of two personalities. One is Go and one is Brahmanas. Go is all the cows, and the Brahmanas are, the saintly people, actually, those who are very great devotees of Krishna. Krishna can do anything for them. For cows, Krishna can do anything. So today is the day when we can actually also feel that same affection, the love which Krishna showed to the cows, and we also take care of mother cow, because they are none other than actually our mother, our own mother. Hamari maa hai wo. And when we take care of them as our mother, she feels very happy. And when the cow is happy, Krishna is happy. So it's a trick to basically make Krishna happy as well. There are so many other pastimes happen today. I mean, Subalvesh, if you know, you might have heard that pastime also. Subalvesh is the, the pastime happened that Radharani became Subal actually on that particular day. One day, obviously this is after Radharani got married, and she was in her in-laws house. And so how it happened is Krishna told Subal that, I want to meet Radharani today. And Subal said, you must be joking, it's not going to happen today, okay? Radharani is in her home and she cannot come out at all. Said, okay, if you don't bring Radharani out here, I'll just go and jump in Yamuna River and finish myself. No, no, okay. Subal said, don't worry, I'll do something. Then he took his scarf and he was just roaming around near Radharani's house. And then Radharani's mother-in-law Jatila, she saw, and when she saw Subal, and she got really angry and said, "What are you doing here? Is your black friend also with you right now?" No, 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 my black friend is not here. I was just doing basically grazing the cows, but one of my calf is missing. Have you seen my calf coming into your home? Said, how is it possible? I'm standing at the doorstep and nobody has come. But she said, he said, but please have a look. Maybe probably he's there. Or if you don't, then she said, no, no, I'm so, so tired. If you want to go and check yourself, you can do. And that's what he wanted anyway. So he came in the house and he straight away went to Radharani and he said, Radharani, look, Krishna wanted to meet you. So maybe, you need to go right now. Radharani said, you must be joking. How can I go? There is no way I can go out. Then he said, maybe why don't we do one thing? We exchange our clothes. So you take my clothes, I take your clothes. So I stay here as a Radharani and you become Subal and you just go out actually. So is that okay? Then Radharani said, wow, it's a crazy idea, but let's try it. So then Radharani took his clothes and he took Radharani's clothes. So Radharani basically came out and he was staying in the house. So he went, and then obviously, Krishna and Radharani, they met. But Radharani was also very, sometimes she also tests Krishna. So because obviously she was wearing the dress of Subal, so when she approached Krishna and she said, as a Subal, I'm so sorry, Krishna, I just couldn't do it actually. Radharani was not able to come, so I couldn't bring Radharani. I said, oh. So he said, but never mind, actually, I can bring Chandravali if you want. Radharani was not, able to come, but Chandravali can come. He said, no, I don't want Chandravali. I want Radharani only, actually. Radharani is the dearmost, person to me. Then Radharani, obviously, she, took the whole appearance out and said, actually, I was just testing you. And Krishna says, oh, don't do that to me, okay? Because you don't know how much, your presence mean to me. And then obviously they had a wonderful pastime. But now another worry is, how do we bring back Subal out from the house now, who has become Radharani and sitting there? Now he's becoming so tense there. How do I come out now? What excuses do I make? Then some of the other gopis actually, they went to Radharani's house and they said, actually, because yesterday was Surya Puja, Chhat Puja also. If some of you probably might have observed that also. So that Chhat Puja was the Surya Puja. So some of the gopis, they went to Radharani house. They said that, can you allow Radharani to come with us to do the Chhat Puja? The Surya Puja we have to do. Then she said, yeah, I don't mind. Radharani can go. So in that way, Subal actually came out of the house. My God, thank you so much for bringing me out of this, such a terrible place. And that's when, they went and they met near a sarovar and they actually got exchanged again. So Subal came as Subal and Radharani became Radharani. So then after that, Radharani came back home. So this Subal Vesh pastime also happened on this particular day of Gopashtami. Not exactly as the day, obviously. It was lot of, obviously a couple of years later after Radharani's, yeah. So this is the dress of Radharani. Yeah, actually, in most of the ISKCON temples, they do make this dress of Radharani today, especially in Vrindavan, actually. So in Vrindavan, in particularly today, when they dress Radharani, they dress Radharani like a Subal. So it's an amazing pastime that happened today. So yeah, thanks for reminding me, Mona Mataji. Great. So that was one actually, we have seen about the Gopashtami. Shri Gopashtami ki jai, Srimati Radharani ki jai. So this is very, very dear to Krishna actually. When we talk and when we discuss all these pastimes, Krishna feels very happy. because all Krishna likes is the cows, Radharani, and his friends. And when we talk about all this Leela, and Krishna feels that my devotees are very nice, very cute, very simple. They are discussing, Tushyanti cha Ramanti cha. They feel very happy when they talk about the pastime of Krishna. So, I mean, Krishna bestows the greatest mercy, the blessings when we actually discuss Krishna Katha like this, which is very sweet, very relishing, and very nectarian actually. So wonderful. That was the first thing. And as I said, the second one, as you know, this Bhishma Panchaka is starting after 2 days' time. So we have Ekadashi on 23rd. So that's Dev Utthana Ekadashi. So from 23rd for the next 5 days, we will be observing Bhishma Panchaka. When Bhishma Pitamaha, Bhishma Dev actually observed the 5 days fast in preparation to leave the body. And that's quite austere one. Obviously, I mean, it's austere uh, for those who may not believe in the devotion, but it's a very nice kind of a loving thing for those who follow the path of bhakti. Now, what is the pastime? What are the levels? What is the glories? What are the importance of it? Maybe we can discuss more on that. So let me share. I've got something to share with all of you. So I'll share my screen again. Just a moment. Brilliant. Hopefully you can see my screen now. So obviously Bhishma Pitama is one of the Mahajans, and Mahajano Yena Gatasya Pantha. Whatever Mahajanas do, this is the thing to do. Wherever Mahajanas go, this is the place or path to walk on. So we are very blessed to have Bhishma Pitama as our great, personality whom we can follow as a great Mahajan out of those 12. Now, what is the importance of Bhishma Panchak? So we can discuss three, four things in it here, that the glories of Bhishma Panchak in the scriptures, the various levels of fasting, and how do we do special offerings to the Lord in these 5 days, and the WhatsApp groups we can make. I mean, obviously we'll give you some kind of guidance in the end, and different what level you can actually follow Bhishma Panchak. If you see from different Puranas, especially Padma Puran, the Brahma Khand, and Brihadaranyaka Purana, Skanda Puran, I mean, this Bhishma Panchaka has been glorified so nicely. Obviously, Kartik glories are everywhere, but on top of the Kartik glories, this last 5 days has been considered as the most auspicious days of this whole month. This whole month is anyway auspicious, but even more auspicious is these 5 days. So, in the month of Kartik, which is very dear to Sri Hari, one who bathes early in the morning attains the merit of bathing in all places of pilgrimage. Anybody who offers the Lord a ghee lamp in the month of Kartik, O Brahmana, becomes free from all kind of sins, such as killing a Brahman, and he goes to the abode of Lord Hari. So, I mean, this is so important that we all get up early in the morning, like 3, 4 o'clock. We take bath, we do Mangal Arati, we chant the holy name early in the morning, we sing Damodar Ashtakam, we offer the ghee lamp to Lord Damodar. All those things are considered as austerity nowadays, but these are like the general practice in a Vedic perspective, and which we should follow anyway every day. But at least in this month we can follow, because of in a Kali Yuga style actually, everything is in austerity right now. But whatever happens, like let's say 20 days have gone of this month and now only 8 9 days are there. Let's make use of these 8 9 days to get up early in the morning, take bath, and do all the Mangal Arati, chanting, offering of the ghee lamp and everything. That gives us a lot of spiritual benefit to all of us. And now the Bhishma Panchaka, which is the last 5 days, the fast should begin by remembering Bhishma Dev on the Ekadashi day and should end on Purnima, the full moon day, which is the last day of Kartik. One should eat only vegetables or fruits and should worship Lord Gauranga Krishna. If he needs to eat, he should do only in the evening. They say once in a day actually. So anytime. A woman can also observe this fast by suggestion of a twice born, like the Brahmanas, and if a widow observes this fast, she can also attain liberation and happiness. Anybody and everybody, basically, they follow this fasting, remembering Bhishma Dev and following in the line of the scriptures injunction, they all get the supreme destination of Krishna Prem. Now, various levels. So sometimes devotees ask that, okay, fine, we want to do it, but how to do, what to do, what are the information? So obviously there are informations available. There are three types. So type 1, type 2, and type 3. So if you talk about type 1 is basically it's a bit of austere one. So one can eat products of the cow for each day. Okay, so each product of the cow each day. So the first day you take cow dung, second day you take cow urine, third day you cow milk, fourth day you take cow yogurt, and fifth day you all make a panchagavya. You all mix it together, and then you take, and then basically in the evening of the fifth day you break the fast with feast. If you can't do that, it's become too austere. Then you go to the type 2, and the type 2 is basically take fruits and roots with, but the fruits with a lot of seeds should be avoided, like guava, pomegranate, cucumber. We don't eat these type of, fruits or vegetable. But we can take boiled potato, raw banana, sweet potato. All those things can be taken in the level 2 one actually. And we can use sea salt for taste, so you can just sprinkle some sea salt after boiling. Cashew nuts, only the plain, not the roasted or whatever. Only the plain cashew nuts, the raisins, dates, we can take like that as well. But in the level 2, we cannot take milk. So milk products to be avoided. But someone may say, okay, level 2 is also too austere. Let's go to the level 3, that is called as Havishya. Now, what is that Havishya? Is basically, it's like, they make a khichdi kind of thing. And how do they make it? Basically it's the rice which is known as Govinda Bhog or Atap rice, then unadulterated ghee from the cow, then senda namak, then milk. All those things you can take. We can share all these, avoid, I mean, the doable, or what you can take in the 5 days, in the Havishya category or the level 3 category. But obviously no oil in any form is allowed in this particular category as well. Apart from these, obviously the fasting, what you need to do is as offering to the Lord. So 5 things has to be offered in 5 days. So the first day you can offer Padma, which is the lotus, to the feet of the Lord, the lotus feet of the Lord. You offer the lotus. Then on the second day you offer Bilwa. It's a very rarely available leaf actually. In India, it's very easily available, but here it's a bit difficult. But if you don't get bilwa, we'll take another similar type of leaf and we offer that to the thigh of the Lord. And on the third day, we offer scent, gandha, the perfume kind of thing, to the navel of the Lord. And on the fourth day, we offer java flower to the shoulder of the Lord. And on the fifth day, we offer malati flower on the head, Shirodesha of the Lord. So basically, five obviously different items need to be offered in 5 different ways. So and then there are mantras also of Tarpan, which we can also share. Right now, I mean, I don't have it in this presentation, but we have got it, so we can share all the required information to all of you. Now you may have basic questions and different things. Sometimes you have some small questions, some doubts or something. So for that we can make a WhatsApp group. So all the Bhishma Panchaka observing devotees can come in that one group, and we can, so whoever is following whatever level, you can just mention, okay, level 1 2 3, whichever level you are following. We can make a list of all the devotees following level 1, level 2, level 3, and accordingly we can guide you, we can suggest you what you can do and what you should avoid. So those are the things of of the Bhishma Panchaka, like that. Okay. I hope that's kind of very clear, but I'll come again with any questions, or if you have any doubts or anything like that. I won't go into the detail of it right now. We can talk about it, maybe probably in the group or some other kind of call we can do, because the time is short today. So I'll go to the third topic of the day, which is very, very nice. And this is, I mean, I like that as well, to talk about, although we are running bit behind of the schedule, but I'll do it, basically as quick as I can. And this is about Srinivas Acharya. Srinivas Acharya is basically one of the most prominent Acharya in our, Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. And he is the one who has actually given all the scriptural injunction. Basically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed the Goswamis to write the books. But when the Goswamis left, who basically brought those written scriptures to all of us? This is basically Srinivas Acharya. So he is the one who actually started the wonderful preaching, uh, alongside with Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamanand Pandit. So if you see the life history of Srinivas Acharya, it's such an amazing life actually. I mean, sometimes we have we have all sort of complained to the Lord that I didn't get this or I didn't get that. But if you see the the sequence of life of Srinivas Acharya, then you will realize that such a wonderful personality, who could not get the association of Mahaprabhu, or who could not get the association of, Rupa Goswami or Sanatan Goswami as well. But nevertheless, he was not at all disappointed. But he gave this wonderful Krishna consciousness in such an amazing way to all of us. So now, if you see the life history of Srinivasa Acharya, he was born in a very small village called Chakhandi in obviously West Bengal, and his father's name was Gangadhar. And obviously, his father and mother, they were the great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you see, he was born in 1486 AD, right? So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was 24-year old, obviously he took sannyas. So that was 1510, right? So at the time of that 1510, Srinivas Acharya's father heard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas, and everybody's heart was kind of broken that why Mahaprabhu, such an effulgent personality, why he has to take sannyas? There is no requirement of him to take sannyas. He can make anybody a follower just like that. He's so attractive, he's so effulgent. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided that, because obviously to make everyone understand that, okay, if I have to take a sannyas, and if you only follow the sannyasis, then I will take sannyas and then you actually follow me. So even Srinivas Acharya's father also came to that scene where Mahaprabhu was actually taking sannyas, Gangadhar. So where he saw everybody was like, in a very terrible state, and he was crying. Even the barber who was about to shave Mahaprabhu's head was so kind of, terribly crying. He was weeping profusely. His name was Madhu. And because they knew that the Lord had decided to set an example for the entire religious world, and he was stressing the importance of renunciation. So they could actually do nothing. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has decided, and he is going to take sannyas. And as Keshav Bharati, who actually gave renounce order to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and from that day, he known as Sri Krishna Chaitanya, basically. So now, everybody got fainted. Such a scene, when Mahaprabhu was taking sannyas, it was not at all easy scene as anyway. And everyone was like, in a very emotional kind of situation, in an environment. And when Gangadhar, Srinivas Acharya's father, came there, and he was so much of eagerness, he was calling Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. And there Mahaprabhu actually met him. And everyone, because since he was like, so much of in ecstasy, and he was following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so nicely, people started calling him Chaitanya Das. So basically, he was anyway surrendered soul to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was ready to do anything for Mahaprabhu's mission actually. But then what happened, because after sannyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, right? So he also decided to go to Jagannath Puri. And when he went to Jagannath Puri, obviously he saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He took darshan of Jagannath, and he was praying something to Lord Jagannath. And when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, obviously, when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew he wanted something, and he said, I think it is the time to have a child. So, you will have a wonderful child who will spread our mission far and wide, a greatest of the Vaishnava actually. So, so since, obviously when he came back in Chakhandi, there Srinivas Acharya was appeared, Srinivas Acharya born there. And when Srinivas Acharya was born, it was obviously in a Vaishak month. And as when you see how great Vaishnava he takes birth, they are with such a bodily wonderful feature, very effulgent face, very bright, all the features of their body. And anyone could see that he's going to make a huge difference in this current day world. And obviously when he was kind of growing in the age, when he was coming to the youth age, he was a very prolific kind of a scholar. He knew everything so nicely, including the religion, the logic, the poetry, the political science, the grammar, Ayurveda. He knew everything as it is. So one day what happened, there was in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime also, that Keshav Kashmiri Pandit, he came. So in his Srinivas Acharya's time also, there was a Dhananjay Vidya Vachaspati, and he was kind of very scholarly person. So uh, you know uh, there was something like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's case happened. So here also something like that happened, and Srinivas Acharya had a wonderful pastime with there as well. But then when Srinivas Acharya went on further, there he met obviously Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's very intimate associate, and that was Narhari Sarkar Thakur. And when obviously Narhari Sarkar Thakur was the only one who could glorify Mahaprabhu in Mahaprabhu's presence, because Mahaprabhu did not allow anybody to glorify him in his presence because he was as a devotee of the Lord. But Narhari Sarkar Thakur was the only one he was actually glorifying. So Srinivas Acharya met Narhari Sarkar, and there, he told about Mahaprabhu. He got to know so much about Mahaprabhu, and so basically, he said, "Now I will arrange a meeting, of you to Mahaprabhu, and then Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So all those personalities are there. They will actually guide you so nicely in your spiritual, wonderful life." So Srinivas Acharya was so happy that Narhari Sarkar gave him so much of instruction. So he was like his first instructing guru like that. And he gave him Mahamantra, and he basically gave him all the teachings of Krishna consciousness wonderfully, so nicely. Then he happened to meet Gadadhar Pandit after that. So obviously when Srinivas Acharya, when he no actually when he was supposed to meet Gadadhar Pandit. Then he went to Puri because Narhari Sarkar Thakur said to him to go to Puri and meet Gadadhar Pandit, because Gadadhar Pandit was the one who used to read Srimad Bhagavatam so nicely. And Srimad Bhagavatam was the greatest time. I mean, that was the greatest, pastimes of Gadadhar Pandit. And anyone who has heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit became straight away, completely ecstatic soul. So obviously uh, when the Srinivas Acharya about to go, by that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had left the world. Then Nityananda Prabhu also left the world, so he could not actually meet both of them. And then he about because he was on the way and he was coming, that time. So he was kind of very feeling very sad that I could not meet Mahaprabhu, I could not meet Nityananda Prabhu. So then he went to Gopinath temple in Puri to take shelter of Gadadhar Pandit. Then Gadadhar Pandit was, obviously feeling the separation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was like profusely crying and crying. And because of his cry, because that the manuscript of Srimad Bhagavatam became wet actually. So then Gadadhar Pandit, when he saw Srinivas Acharya, he became very ecstatic. He said, "You are the one who is actually going to broadcast this message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu far and wide." And then he said, "But I want to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from you." But then Gadadhar Pandit said, "But actually, you know what? I was crying and crying so much. And because of that, my tears were falling basically on the manuscript. Now I can't even read. It's illegible because of the tears. And it fell on all the pages of, the Srimad Bhagavatam." Now Srinivas Acharya again became a bit morose that, okay, oh my God, now I can't even hear. So then they decided, okay, let's get the another manuscript, but it's going to take a lot of time actually. It's not going to be such an easy thing. But still, Srinivas Acharya, did not lose any hope, and he just carried on from there. Then obviously he went ahead, he went back to Navadvip, and he met so many other devotees, of Mahaprabhu's, the great associates there. And there he saw Mahaprabhu's concert Vishnu Priya as well. And Vishnu Priya, that time she was doing a great austerity. Vishnu Priya Devi was performing a severe austerity. For example, she would chant the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, over each grain of rice she was to eat. And then when she was finished with her daily chanting, she would eat only that number of grain she had set aside. So basically, I mean, this is the level of austerity Vishnu Priya Devi was actually following. And Srinivas Acharya, when he met, he could see what a level of devotion, the conviction, the dedication, what she had. Then obviously he met Damodar Pandit, Shuklambar Chakravarti, I mean Murari Gupta, and so many others. And then obviously Advaita Acharya's consort Sita Devi as well he met. Ultimately then he met Janava Devi. So that's where the whole thing starts, because Janava Devi was the prominent kind of the figure of Acharya that time, because she was propagating the holy name, and making the line in a proper way so that this teaching of Mahaprabhu, teaching of all the Goswamis is not lost. So, Janava Devi obviously gave a wonderful instructions to Srinivasa Acharya, and she asked him to go to Vrindavan. Now, don't delay anymore, you go to Vrindavan. So then Srinivasa Acharya basically went to Vrindavan, and while he was on the way, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami also left. But then he met Jiva Goswami and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So ultimately, he became a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami actually. That's why, I mean, it was destined that he will become a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So other people actually did not initiate him before that. But when he met Jiva Goswami and Gopal Bhatta Goswami, they gave him all the wonderful scriptures, basically all the Goswamis has written. And they asked him, basically, they gave him a task. Now it is you, basically you, Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamanand, you all three will become this task as your own main duty, and you will take it back to Bengal. Uh, so, you have to take it very safely, and it should not be lost or ruined on the way. So this was the main kind of, task. Srinivas Acharya took it from there. Basically, Shamananda was before, he was known as Dukhi Krishnadas, and because of, he was doing so much of service, he became Shyamananda, because, he gave the pleasure to Srimati Radharani. So now the mission begins. So they all three great personalities, they took all the, the scriptures, and they started making their journey to Bengal, Odisha, or, all eastern part of India that time. So now when they were going actually to the journey of Bengal, what happened? There was a king, Viram Bihir or something like that. So on the way actually, so he got to know that these three persons are coming, and then there were some few other, their other gods, and they all were coming. He got to know that they are bringing a wonderful treasure. He didn't know, I mean, it's actually a real treasure in a spiritual sense, but he thought in a material sense. So he kind of, made all his groups, and they stole all the scriptures from there. Now Srinivas Acharya found that, oh my God, the scriptures are gone, what to do now? And Srinivas Acharya again, they became, very sad what to do, but we need to find it out where it has gone. And it was basically, the Goswami's writings, and if it is not reached to the right place, then the whole generation in the future, obviously they will be bereft of this great thing. Now what happened? That's this Viram Vihir, that king. He thought that he has got a precious jewel, but it was the manuscript of all the religious scripture. He saw a dream. He saw a dream that that night, he had an unusual dream. He saw a beautiful and effulgent person whose body was filled with the divine energy. And basically what he was telling, because so many things had happened since he had stolen the scripture, things were going wrong in his kingdom, and he was quite thinking that, oh my God, why this whole thing is happening since we have got these scriptures. But then Srinivas Acharya, he appeared in his dream, and he said, you do not worry actually, okay? Soon I will come in your place. I mean, as in, in this kingdom, and you give me all the manuscripts back. I will take away all your sinful reactions. Your whole kingdom will be perfectly all right again. You have nothing to worry, and you will become an eternal servant, and I am your eternal well wisher. So that, the next morning when he got up, then he knew, oh my God, I have done a blunder actually. I've got all these scriptures which are basically the future generations only hope, and I have basically trying to ruin this hope. How can I do that? So when Srinivas Acharya, basically approached his kingdom, and when he met Srinivas Acharya, and he saw, okay, this is the same person as I saw in my dream, and then he fall flat at Srinivas Acharya's, lotus feet, and then he asked for forgiveness, and then Srinivas Acharya forgive him, and he said, basically, you know, if you can give us back all our scriptures, then basically Srinivas Acharya didn't say that in the beginning, but Srinivas Acharya just said that, somebody has stolen our scriptures. So maybe if you can find us, those scripture will be great. And then he realized, oh my God, that was me alone. He brought the scriptures back. He gave it to, basically Srinivas Acharya. And from there, Srinivas Acharya actually, he initiated him, the king. He initiated his wife, he initiated his family, and they became wonderful devotees from there actually. So now if you see Srinivas Acharya's life actually, that what level of devotion, the dedication he has gone through, and the way he has changed the whole thing, uh, for all of us, and we all are talking about Krishna right now, is all because of Srinivas Acharya, because he basically protected all the scriptures. And when ultimately the king surrenders, the whole kingdom actually surrenders unto him, and they all actually ask that, we just want to be your servant, how can we serve you? Then Srinivas Acharya was very happy that the books are safe. Everything is like protected, intact. What Goswamis have written is all safe, and the future generations can actually get the benefit of all these wonderful writings. So obviously, then he gave in the king's ear, he gave the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and he initiated him, and from there there was a new life for the king as well. And he made this king center Vishnupur as the Vaishnava center. Uh, so you can see in Srinivas Acharya's life that he basically, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then after that the Goswamis, and after Goswamis, it was the prominent personality was Srinivas Acharya. And because of Srinivas Acharya, we all are talking about Krishna consciousness right now. We are reading all the scriptures, we are getting the knowledge, not being confused and misunderstood by anybody, and everybody is like, whatever they say. So we are quite indebted to Srinivas Acharya, and today is the disappearance day of Srinivas Acharya. So we are remembering, Srinivas Acharya's contribution. We are being feeling indebted to his contribution, and of course, for us, Srila Prabhupada is like that as well, because when you see Srinivas Acharya's life, that he took the scriptures from Vrindavan to West Bengal. So Srila Prabhupada similarly, he brought from West Bengal to the Western world, and he gave to the whole world actually. So the acharyas have a very different kind of perspective of life. They have a mission, and that mission actually saves the whole world. And when we come and become a part of that mission, when we contribute something from our side, they feel very happy, and they actually bless us. And that's what we are desiring, we are praying for, that may Srinivas Acharya blesses us, that may we also contribute something in this wonderful mission of Srila Prabhupada in Krishna consciousness. And may we also preserve this culture of Krishna consciousness. May we follow it nicely, sincerely, and broadcast it everywhere, how he also did and how he wanted us to do that as well. So with that, we end that, and Srinivas Acharya ki jai, Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Uh, it's so nice that you all have joined, and we wanted to talk a little bit about